I'm gonna give you some reasons why this cat is the spawn of the devil, and the cat name is Mittens. If you ever see a cat that looks like this, stay away from it. Look at this. Don't play this cat in chess. This is ridiculous. Like this looks like the devil, literally. Did I just really draw the devil on YouTube? Like, let me recheck. So anyway, I played Mittens multiple times, and I'm gonna show you a game that I won and a game that I lost. And the only reason why I won is because I faced the cat in 1 minute. So I cheated and I lost to the cat in 1 minute too. Let's get started. So we're gonna go over this loss first that I have by Mittens, and I was the black pieces and Mittens was the white pieces. It should be illegal for Mittens to be the white pieces, but who cares? I'm a G. So anyway, white played D4, I played D5, and after D5, my opponent played C4, playing the Queen's Gambit. The cat was like tripping, and I played C6 because I don't know why I wanted to get into like some type of Slav defense, but that's what I went for. So after the move C6, Knight F3, because they're gonna play perfect open in theory, even though the bot, the chess.com bot, is supposed to be 1 rated, but they're playing every move perfectly. And so that's when I played Knight F6, why not? And after Knight F6, Knight C3, I tried to do some opening prep by doing the move A6 next. After the move A6, C takes on D5, C takes on D5, and then the dang cat did the move Bishop F4. And I was thinking to myself, oh crap, Mittens right here, #1 enemy. #1 enemy. All right, #1 enemy. Because I already know that once Bishop F4 happened, I was facing some strategic type of cat. All right, there was a lot of cats. I didn't know that this cat was gonna be bringing me down because I'm H1. I should have just played the Devanathon against the cat. So after they did Bishop F4, I did Knight C6, just playing normal chess. They did E3, and then I had to do Bishop to F5 to get this bishop outside of the pawn chain. And so the cat did something weird. They did the move Knight E5. And I'm not gonna lie, I failed for this trick multiple times before, and somewhat I just learned it right after I played the cat. Because I was supposed to do in this position Rook to C8 so that if G4 was ever played, I could take the knight first. But in this instance, I did H6, right? And I'm already liking white's position because after the move G4, bishop moves back to H7, my position is already pretty hopeless, especially after the move H4. Looking very scary. Like this cat knows how to play. You only have pawns, but you know how to move the pieces. And so this cat right here, and I was thinking maybe curiosity is gonna kill the cat tonight. And so what happened was I did knight takes on E5. And after knight takes on E5, D takes on E5, I already knew that I was losing. Already knew. Look at this position. I'm gonna straighten up the pawns for all the OCD people that is watching. Look at this position and tell me I'm not losing. Do we need to go over this right quick? Why I'm losing? Why I'm a loser in this position. I'm a loser in this position because of these few moves that is gonna happen pretty soon. I'm gonna have to move the knight. I'm gonna have to move my knight on F6, move my knight on F6. Don't mind the bad handwriting. My opponent has Queen A4 check, which is going to be very damaging. And +2, they still have their bishop on F1 that's going to be coming in clutch pretty soon. And I'm going to show you why. Because after D takes on E4, I did the silly move, knight to E4, thinking, oh snap, maybe queen takes on D5, knight takes on D5. I'm still kind of in the game. No, you're not in the game, H1, because the dang cat has to move queen to A4, checking the king on this A4 to E8 diagonal. And so I was like, it's 1 rating. Just let me have the queen. What's the worst that can happen? Well, the worst that can happen is knight takes on B5. And then I was like, well, I'm pretty much losing. So let's just continue on with the game. What are you gonna do about this move? And at this point in time, I had 17 seconds and the cat was playing 1 minute. They had 40 seconds. I know I was going way too slow, but I was actually trying to play some good moves in this opening, which I just got what's the move? What's the word or whatever? I just got clamored. I forgot the word, dang it. Word is clobbered. I just got clobbered in this position with my king going to the d7 square. And so after that, knight went to d4. After knight went to d4, king c8. And then after king c8, bishop takes on a6. Like I said, the bishop came in clutch. And after the bishop came into a6, I went to king b8, queen b5, check, king a7, then queen b7, checkmate. Yes, I got checkmated on the board, and the cat knew what they was doing. But let me just show you the second game, because I kind of redeemed myself in speed chess against this bot cat. It's kind of like when Frieza came back after being demolished by Goku after Super Saiyan 2. And I came back like I was Trunks, all right? I didn't completely crush my opponent, but I felt like they recognized who that they was facing. Yes, I'm talking to a cat like this, but at the same time, I'm gonna have to treat this cat like they're a human, like they're a grown woman or man. I don't know what gender this cat is, but all I know is that this cat is going down. This next game I played, I demolished this cat. They was the white pieces, I was the black pieces again for some reason, and then I played the move b6. And after b6, I was just going totally on speed, trying to beat them in 1 minute. So after knight c3, bishop b7, knight to f3, and then after knight f3, I did g6. And you're probably thinking, what is this guy doing? He did the double fianchetto against Mittens. Well, I'm doing the hippopotamus, baby, because animal openings should work on animals. This is still an unknown animal. This is a cute cat on the picture, but it's not innocent. Like I said, this is a spawn of the devil, so I'm gonna treat it like so. And so after the move g6, my opponent, the cat, did d4, bishop g7. Got my bishops knifing across the board on these two diagonals. I beat chess players in this all the time in my live streams on TikTok and on YouTube too. But after the move bishop c4, I did e6. And after e6, castle kingside, and then I did the move h6. You see that move? I'm doing pretty well. Man, let me move this. I'm doing pretty well, right? Don't you think? Now this is a horrible opening, but I'm winning on time because at this moment, they was getting low under 30 seconds and I didn't even waste more than 55 seconds. And after the move h6, bishop to e3, then we got the move a6. And yes, I know I'm not developing pieces, but the main goal is for me to run down the time because I figured out something that Mittens can't, they don't have thumbs. They can't pick stuff up like that. Right? And so they couldn't do the moves fast enough, and I was tricking them enough where they had to do moves like a4. And after a4, knight to e7, then they did queen d2, and they had ultimate development. Did you hear me? They had ultimate development. All right. I know y'all don't know what this is because I just made it up, but ultimate development. All right. The perfect setup that everybody wants. Ultimate, not just any type of setup. This is ultimate, right? They got this queen on d2 behind this bishop, hitting this h6 pawn. So now I can't castle. They got the bishop on c4. They got the two knights on f3 and c3. They're probably gonna get the rooks near here next or keep the rook on the a file. And so I just didn't know what to do here. And I was confused in life and I forgot about the purpose of what I was doing. So I decided to do the most bombastic move ever. I decided to do the move d5. And I wanted to trade pieces and I wanted to confuse my opponent. And I already know that they was calculated very quickly. I already get it. I get it. And so they did the move e takes on d5. And after e takes on d5, knight takes on d5. And after knight takes on d5, bishop takes on d5. And then after bishop takes on d5, we got the move queen takes on bishop takes on d5, queen takes on d5. After queen takes on d5, then the opponent did c4. After the move c4, I was scared, so I immediately just did the move queen d7, but if queen captures on c4, then rook f to c1 would have ruined my whole career with the rook on the c rank, all right? So I did the correct move. I just moved the queen back. Probably not at the right square, of course. Maybe d8 would have been better, but d7 was the move that I did. And so that's why they did the move d5, and then I did e takes on d5. And after e takes on d5, c takes on d5, and then I realized that I'm strategically lost in this position because my knight can't even get out at all. That's why I was saying queen d8 would have been better, since I could have got the knight to d7 at least, or maybe tried the castle on the queen side. And I was trying to get this knight out, so I did a move like a5. Like, what do y'all think about a5? This doesn't really seem right in this type of position with the king. I didn't do a5. First of all, I did h5, wrong pawn, but I'm eventually going to do a5 next. So after h5, my opponent did bishop d4, attacking my bishop, and after attacking my bishop, yes, I castled kingside because that's pretty much the only choice that I had. Like, you can't blame me. Meintjes is still like damaging. He still sucks, right? Or she. We got bishop takes on g7, and after bishop takes on g7, king takes on g7, and then we got the move. We got the move rook f e1. I wasn't feeling great. I didn't know what I was doing in this position. I didn't want to do too many weaknesses because my opponent at this time had little time, like under 10 seconds, because I was such a good player. And I decided to replicate what I did on the king side and do a5. Because I wanted to get the knight out, and that was like my only possibility. Maybe I could have did queen d8. That would have been way better, since I could have defended this diagonal on f6 and got the knight out to d7. But so what? I have no regrets. We're playing bullet right now, and I'm going faster than my opponent. So that's when they did knight g5, and after knight g5, I did the move knight a6, not even caring about my opponent's threat of doing literally queen to d4. The cat. I get it, right? Maybe if we put some fur on it, maybe some fur. Dang, what the heck type of drawing? Maybe some fur on the face. Maybe got some Naruto whiskers. I don't, there we go. I don't know what type of cat this looks like, but shoot, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, bruh? You know what I mean. Look, is the ears tip, they got the tippity tips? You know what I mean? I'm having too much fun with this board. All right, remember this. Don't face cats that look like this and that are named Mitten. Put this on chess.com. This was a good picture.